Today, golden moment for 10-minute 10 thoughts platform. I welcome Dr. Manoj Kumar Pandey, lecturer in economics at Australian National University, ANU, Australia. Uh, a great economist, depth knowledge in economics and its various aspects. I know him for last 20 years, a big personality, great scholar, and fine human being. So today I would like to know more about economics and what economics do. So my first question to you, sir, what generally economics do?
Thank you very much for this opportunity, Rajivji, and thanks for your generous introduction. And thanks for this platform. It's very useful, and I'm watching this platform for some time. Now, coming to your question about what economists do, generally they do about economics. So we know that we have limited resources of production. For example, to produce anything, you need capital, labor, technology, land, and natural resources, whatever you want to add into. But these resources are often limited. But our wants as a human being is unlimited. So we want to produce more and more and more to become rich and rich and richer. So when this happens, we get a constraint that we have limited resources, but we have unlimited ones. So then we have to deal with the trade-off. Like if you have a limited resources, where to use it so that you can maximize your output, you maximize your production. So basically, an economist distribute these scarce resources to produce goods and services in such a way that you maximize utility, you maximize your production, basically. So in nutshell, we do this. Now, while doing that, we solve economic problems faced by the society. And how we do that, let's say you have an economic problem, like, you know, why some countries are richer than other countries, why poverty is reducing in some country at a faster rate than the other. Talking about India, let's say, one question would be like, what would be the impact of COVID-19 on India's economic growth, unemployment rate, you know, health, education, and so on and so forth. And so these are some of the questions that are like economic problems. Another set of questions could be like, you know, why China is specialized in manufacturing sector. We are talking a lot about China these days, while India is still specialized in service sector. So these are the questions that economists deal, and they collect data, they analyze data, they write reports, articles, research papers, they forecast what is going to happen, and they recommend policy solutions for government, for organizations. Okay. So broadly, economists do all these things.
Okay, so thank you so much. My next question is, how did you choose your career as an economist?
It was like, I say that I'm an accidental economist.
Okay.
I came to this area by accident because I did my undergrad, master, and MPhil in statistics. I did undergrad from Banaras Hindu University, master and MPhil from Delhi University. But then while doing MPhil, I also working with the economic research think tank, Institute of Economic Growth, which is part of, which is inside the campus of Delhi University. And that is where I got interest into economics, because I was working with great economists, dealing with projects. So I got interest into economics, and then I did my PhD from Australian National University in economics. It was a bit different track, but I'm enjoying that. And I think I made a right decision.
Okay, thank you so much. So this question is from millions of people who is doing undergraduate and masters in economics. If someone wants to become an economist, how can they choose this career?
So basically, you need to have a degree in economics.
Okay.
If you have a degree in other related disciplines, like a number of economists are coming from, and in fact, top economists are coming from engineering, from IT
Okay.
background, from physics, from statistics, mathematics. But the basic idea is that you should know economic principles, economic models, and how to deal with economic problems. So a master, a PhD degree in economics, statistics, and related disciplines is the requirement, that is for sure. But then apart from that, to become an economist, you need critical thinking.
Okay.
Because we economists, we are trained to think differently than general people. So you can say that, oh, okay, so GDP of India is now 4.2%. Like it has reduced from over 5%. Now general people say, so what? So there's not much difference between 4 and 5. But then as an economist, you will think, oh, why it is happening? What are the issues? What are the factors that is, and whether it will be like, whether the economy will recover soon or not. So they will bother about, and they will ask question, why, when, how. So you think critically. So critical thinking is important component. You need quantitative skills to understand data, to analyze data, to forecast, to work with the models. Someone needs to work on mathematics as well, because mathematics is very much like in the modern economics, mathematics is very much required to understand, to write model, to understand the complexity of issues. Problem solving attitude and excellent communication skills. So if you are an economist, you need to communicate. Sometimes you need to communicate with the experts who are, who are expert in economics, but sometimes also you have to communicate to common people through your blogs, through newspaper articles, through your policy briefs, and so on and so forth. So communication skill is also very, very, very much important factor.
So my one more important question. So if we have completed my BA and MA in economics or PhD, so where would they, if someone has completed, so where would they potentially get job?
Yes. So one good thing about economics is that you have a wide range of opportunities. So for example, like let's say you are in India, the government is one of the biggest employer as well. Like Indian Economic Services, after master you can go for that, and then you will be director, etc., in different ministries dealing with the economic issues. Reserve Bank of India, central in other banks, universities. As an academics, you can be lecturer, professor, etc. There are number of research organizations, like as I mentioned, Institute of Economic Growth, where I started my career, NCAER, ECRIER, and there are so many research organizations. You can go for the international organizations like World Bank, Asian Development Bank, International Labour Organization, IFPRI, if you're working in agriculture sector and food security, etc. Public banks, private banks. So opportunities are great. The only thing is that you have to be expert in what you are doing in that. So and lot of like corporates, lot of big companies have are hiring economists, because economics is everywhere. So if something you are dealing in IT, you need economists, because you need to work with cost benefit analysis of any project that you are doing.
So last one mantra for the student who is aspiring for doing something as an economist or something in economics in large.
I think you have to plan yourself. It's lucrative. It's a respected job. You get more options, but at the same time, you need to be expert in economics, you need to be expert in mathematics, you need to know software, computer software, you need to have, so lot of skills you need to gather. You need to understand the society as well. So you need to have interest in politics, you need to have some sort of, you know, uh, understanding of how system works, because sometimes you provide some solution, policy solutions, which might not be practical, which might have adverse effect as well. So these are the things that you need to look. But I think it's one of the best career, if I would suggest to any student of yours.
Thank you so much, sir. And I request you that please, draw some more positive attention in the area of economics in our next discourse. So once again, thank you. God bless you.